Why were there so many Hitler assassination attempts? Imagine living in a time when many people secretly wished to see your downfall. That was the reality for Adolf Hitler during his leadership of Nazi Germany. Throughout his reign, numerous plots aimed to end his life, and the reasons behind this are quite revealing. Many within Germany, especially military officers and political opponents, saw Hitler as a destructive force. They believed removing him could stop the war, end Nazi tyranny, and save their country from complete ruin. As the war worsened and Hitler's decisions became more reckless, opposition grew stronger. High-ranking military officers who initially supported Hitler started to see him as a threat. Some believed that killing him was the only way to change the course of history. Figures like Claus von Stauffenberg and Henning von Treschow led efforts to assassinate Hitler, with the most famous attempt being the July 20, 1944, plot called Operation Valkyrie. These officers thought that Hitler's personal control over the military and government made him the key to Germany's future. Removing him was seen as the only way to dismantle the Nazi leadership and possibly negotiate peace. Hitler's frequent visits to military headquarters and public appearances gave conspirators many chances to act. For example, the July 20 plot took place at his Wolf's Lair headquarters, where a bomb was planted in hopes of killing him. Other attempts involved bombs on planes or at public events, trying to catch him off guard. The variety of methods used shows how persistent and determined many groups were to end his rule. They used everything from bombs hidden in briefcases to poison and shooting plans. However, many of these plots failed because of bad timing, technical issues, or Hitler's tight security. The July 20 bomb, for instance, only partially exploded because the bomb was shielded by a heavy table leg, saving Hitler's life. Last-minute schedule changes or guards also played a role in foiling these plans. When these attempts failed, the consequences were brutal. Thousands of conspirators and suspected sympathizers faced executions and arrests, which made the risk even greater. Despite the failures, the repeated attempts show how deeply many Germans opposed Hitler's leadership. They believed that his destructive policies and erratic decisions could only be stopped by removing him. These plots reflected the complex mix of resistance, fear, and hope among those who wanted to change the course of history during one of the darkest times in world history.